Hello there, it's your friendly neighbourhood spook Carlton Black Op King, back again for another, this time, quick blog. I've got to speak about Honda, I've got to speak about Nissan, I've got to speak about the situation that was recently the case with Ford, and you can see the same happening with Mini, which by the way is BMW, Jaguar Land Rover, and other such companies which are Indian Tata. So this is what the problem is. The news media is talking once again about the British car industry. The British car industry has put a lot of money into batteries and so on and so forth. The big problem is that there isn't a British mass-produced car industry. It doesn't exist. What we're actually talking about, like we've just seen with Honda, is that there are foreign car companies which basically assemble foreign cars in the United Kingdom. So that's what we're calling the British car industry. It's a misnomer. It is not true. And we keep saying this. And why is this so important that we don't keep saying this? Because with Brexit coming, what you're having is companies making decisions that have no connection to the United Kingdom and therefore can easily, as we've seen with Honda, move their companies to wherever they may think is best for them with no reflection on their own nation state because it doesn't matter to them. That's the big point we need to get over. If these were British companies, there may be a pull to these companies that they want to do something for the United Kingdom because after all it would be their country. These are not their countries. Mass-produced vehicles are not made by British companies. They're made by foreign companies which happen to be in Britain and can frankly place them anywhere. The point with Honda is, and which few people are bringing up, is because of the new deal that Japan has just struck with the EU, which we are presently part of but will not be once we leave the EU, is that Honda can sell its cars into the EU directly from Japan. So it doesn't need to be in the EU. It doesn't need to use a country like Britain as a staging post to then sell those cars into the EU. It can sell them directly from home. And this is the problem that the news media is not getting to the bottom of, or is unwilling to tell you the truth. I know not why, but they seem to be very, very unwilling to do this. So please, Brexiteers, Remainers, the country, understand we're walking down a road which is totally hazardous. And the reason why it's totally hazardous in terms of our economic power is because we produce very few manufactured goods ourselves. Yes, goods are produced in the UK from other foreign companies, but we're producing very few. You wouldn't say the South African car industry. You'd basically say Peugeot or Honda in South Africa. So why do we continue saying the British car industry when actually what it really is the foreign car industry in Britain? Understand that. These people who voted for Brexit, who live in Swindon, who worked for that factory, have basically caused their own downfall. The same will go for Ford. The same will go, mark my words, for other companies. Why am I saying mark my words? Because before the vote even happened, some 2.5 years ago, I made this point very, very clearly. Obviously, nobody listened to it. My circulation isn't that great. But the point I'm making is that why were others not making that point and explaining this to the British people? Okay, that's me. If you've got anything to say to me, if you want to come back at me, if you want to hear any more, subscribe below. If you want to come back, write your points to me below and I'll answer every point. All the best and see you next time.